I'm asking you to help me, Nick. Help me to do what I believe is best for my family. I want Brooke to walk away before it becomes a really ugly, ugly fight. If she keeps on believing that she has a chance, then it's going to be all the more devastating for her when Ridge chooses Taylor. I'm asking you, please, help her to see what is inevitable. Can you do that? Please?
My nephew, Thomas? Working for Spectra as a designer? You can't be. You are serious.
Look, the kid got shot down by his own tribe. But he is a forester, right? He has got to have some kind of design genius pumping through those veins.
I'm not saying that he doesn't, Sally, but...
Nothing, but nothing. King Eric had his chance, but he blew it. All that nonsense about his numero uno grandson having to spend years in some hoity-toity design school before they gave him a crack at the real deal.
Well, Thomas was pretty bummed when you talked with him the other day.
And I felt for him, okay? I did. But bringing him on board here is
a stroke of brilliance.
A stroke of cheapness, judging from the salary that you gave that kid on the contract.
You what?
So it's been like walking on eggshells.
At home with your dad out of town?
And Mom and Brooke under one roof, trying to get things together, but...
There's probably still a lot of tension, right?
I just wish Dad would decide, you know? I mean, I realize it's the hardest decision he's ever had to make, but... Wait, I don't want to talk about this. This isn't the reason I asked you to come back here and meet me.
Let me guess. You want to talk about how cool it is that we're both going to be at Larchmont College this fall?
Yeah, isn't that insane? It's a small world, huh? Us ending up at the same college when there's like a gazillion out there.
Things are looking up?
Like I told you they would. It's really good to see you like this. Stoked about life again. Makes me happy when you're happy.
So you think you know exactly how your son feels?
When it comes to his feelings about Taylor, absolutely.
What about his feelings for Brooke? They have a young child together, and he's the father of that child.
He's never going to abandon that baby.
Oh, he's just going to abandon the baby's mother. Is that it? Or that's just what the two of you are hoping?
Obviously, you're very uncomfortable with this.
Uncomfortable with what? No, really, clear that up for me. What would I be uncomfortable with? The fact that this isn't my decision, it's Forrester's decision, and I'm drugged right in the middle of it?
Well, because I'm hoping that you will try to do something that will spare the children's feelings and make Brooke understand that she should not create World War III here.
And how do I do that? You said make her understand. What do I make her understand? Give up your marriage? Make her understand that she's supposed to throw away everything that matters in her life?
You see this from Brooke's point of view. That's quite understandable, Nick. If you spend some time with Taylor, you might see her point of view. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you are the person that can convince Brooke to walk away with her head held high, and that it is in her best interest, and it would be the smartest and most loving gesture for everyone involved, herself included.
Look, all I did was call Thomas over to see if he had any ideas about possible designers. But when he started pitching himself, what could I do? I had to say I'd consider him.
Well, considering him is one thing, Sally, but offering my nephew a contract without discussing it with me is... Sally, you know the flack that it caused when I defected to Spectra. Now, the last thing that my family needs right now is more strife.
Right. But I am sure that I don't have to remind you that that family that you're so protective of refused to give you the respect you deserved. Well, the same thing goes for Thomas. You know, Thorne, I figured if anyone would be willing to give him a chance, it would be you. But hey, you know, if I'm wrong, well, fine.
So, all my financial aid paperwork is in, and now it's just a matter of waiting to hear if I get accepted for a scholarship or not.
You're not worried, are you?
I mean, I can't go if I don't have the money. And until I know for sure, I'm a little bit
Look,
worried.
I know you want to do this on your own, but Grandma's offer still stands. And nothing would make her and Grandpa happier than to be able to... Okay. Okay, sorry, I forget I said that. Besides, there's no way they'd turn you down or they would have me to answer to.
So anyways, speaking of paperwork, what's up with these papers over here?
Would you believe it's a contract?
A contract? Wait a minute, are you telling me
Yep.
that...
You are looking at Spectra Couture's latest and greatest hire. What do you think about that?
Ah, boy. This whole thing stinks. You agree with her, don't you?
If you're asking if Stephanie is speaking for me,
I asked you if you agreed with her, given the two of you are so close.
we're friends, Nick.
Well, Brooke's my friend.
Which is exactly why I'm hoping.
I know what you're hoping, Stephanie. Please. Unlike you, I don't stick my nose in other people's business.
Perhaps I've taken the wrong tack.
You think?
Here's what I think, Nick. I'm going to leave the two of you alone so that you can speak to one another candidly.
Ha! You are beautiful, baby. Just hand me off to the shrink. See if she can do any better.
Brooke is always talking about destiny. Well, Nick, destiny is standing here, right in your face. You may be sympathetic to Brooke, but you have to see that this is what was and is meant to be. Try and keep that in mind. I'll talk to you later.
So did you two plan this precious time we're spending together?
Excuse me?
Well, I don't know. You want your husband back. Pretty desperate time for you.
I had no idea she was going to talk to you about this. And I can see you're very uncomfortable being put in this position, so if you don't want to stick around.
I don't want to stick around. And I will be going. But I'm not going to leave until you and I come to an understanding about something. You see, Brooke's not the one who has to make a decision here. You do.
You're serious?
Huh? Check it out.
Oh, but you haven't signed it yet. Worried that if you do,
I will stir up a hornet's nest, both publicly and within the family.
it could happen. But you still feel like you're ready.
Even though Dad and Grandpa don't. Of course, I could always use another unbiased opinion.
Well, I don't know how unbiased I am, but I've seen your designs, and I would snap up a Thomas Forrester original in a heartbeat.
Ooh, make that a Thomas Force by Spectra Couture original. Wish me luck.
Are you going over to Spectra now?
Yes, I just hope Uncle Thorne is on board with all of this, or else the whole thing could backfire big time.
Well, good luck. Not that you need it.
You are really protective of Brooke.
Well, I'd say somebody has to be, wouldn't you?
I know you think Stephanie's just being bitter, and I know you don't want to hear this, but Brooke has hurt a lot of people in this family, including Ridge, the man she says she loves so much.
Actually, I would like to hear this. Tell me, how has Brooke hurt Ridge?
Stephanie told me about Porta Vista.
Did she? Well, it didn't happen the way Stephanie would like you to believe it did.
You didn't follow Brooke down to the foundry and sleep with her the day after she thought Ridge
It
had
wasn't
died?
like that. It wasn't anything like that. Now, I wish it hadn't happened, but it did. And I can't take that back. But don't for 1 second think that it was Brooke's fault, because it wasn't.
You take full responsibility?
Hey, I don't have to explain myself to you, lady. Just know that Brooke has been a hell of a wife. And she's been a great mother to your children.
Which I told her I appreciate. And I also told her I don't appreciate the choices she's been making. I cannot allow someone like Brooke to be an influence on my children.
Well, then make the right decision. Take your children and move out.
Why should my children be without their father? I am still legally married to Ridge.
So that means it's okay to take Ridge and rip him away from Hope and RJ and their life?
That is not what would happen.
Really? Well, I'm sure you'll have no problem looking little Hope in the eye and saying, Daddy's going away for good, will you?
Look, I can't deny that a part of me wants to give Thomas a chance. Especially when I know firsthand what it's like to be shut out by Ridge and Dad. But, and this is a very big but, Sally, he's not a designer.
Fine. Enough. Details, details, details. All right. You've made your point. But, and this is an enormous but, I am not doing this just to stick it to the Forresters.
No, of course not, Sally. You would never do anything like that.
I am doing this because Thomas is young, energetic, with great new ideas, which is what we are certainly going to need if we are going to launch a teen line. Well, what do you know? Thomas. What a surprise. Here's Mr. Tall, Dark, and Talented himself. Come on in, come on in. We were just talking about you.
About the offer you made me, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've had time to take a look at the contract.
I have it right here. But before we go any further, I need to know how you feel, Uncle Thorne.
You don't pull any punches.
Well, that's exactly what we like around here. Straight shooters. I told you this young man would fit right in.
I'm not worried about Thomas fitting in. I'm more concerned with how the family is going to react.
When they find out another Forrester has jumped ship.
You know the problems that it caused when I came to Spectra, Thomas. I wonder if you...
I've thought this through. If now's the right time for me to come on board.
Well, obviously you have given it some thought.
Yeah, you see, the problem is Dad and Grandpa are not going to change their minds.
You spoke to Ridge about this?
He agrees with Grandpa. Feels like I need a couple of years of design school before anyone will take me seriously.
Nonsense. Utter nonsense. They are simply not into nourishing raw talent. And that's what we're all about here at Spectra. Right, troops? Huh? Right, troops?
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Look, Uncle Thorne, I don't want to put you in an awkward position, especially since you're a partner, but
you really want this job.
I know I'm inexperienced, but I promise I will work my tail off to prove myself.
You do realize we'll have tongues wagging.
But then that's what the fashion business is all about. Creating buzz, right?
You see, what did I tell you? This kid is a natural. Come on, Thorne. Come on. What are you waiting for? Shake hands with Spectra's newest, and might I add, cutest designer in training.
Welcome aboard,
Yes,
Thomas.
thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you for this chance.
Good.
I'm so excited.
That's great.
This is
Anyway,
sweet.
Congratulations,
Oh,
honey.
thank you.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Now, you do know what you're getting gotten yourself into?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. What am I, chopped liver, honey?
no.
Come on, get over here. Something wrong?
I just want to clear up one thing.
I knew it. Kid wants more money.
No, the money's cool. But I'm only signing on for the summer because I start college this fall and...
And you want to leave your options open.
Exactly. If that's a deal breaker.
No.
Comes the kid's butt.
Well, yeah, here it comes. But once you have had a taste of how fabulous it is to work here at Spectra, well, we are all betting that you will just change your mind. Now, will you please come here, hot stuff, and let your new boss give you a proper welcome to the Spectra fold.
Thank you.
All right.
You know I don't want that any more than you do, Nick.
Good. Because Hope's a special little girl. She's special to me. She's been through her share.
Ridge would never abandon her.
Guy's in a tough spot. 2 wives, 2 families. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes for anything in the world.
But what if you were?
If I were, I know I couldn't look little Hope in the eye and tell her she couldn't live with Daddy anymore. And I couldn't hold RJ in my arms and tell him things aren't going to be the same with Mommy. I grew up not having an old man. I know the scars it leaves. So I think the real question here is, what would you do, given that you're this loving, compassionate person? You know the mind in your mother, and you know what broken families do to children. Hope is a wide-eyed, beautiful young girl who needs what every young girl needs. She needs a secure, stable, loving family. She needs people she can count on. Don't take that from her. I'm asking you to give her a chance at happiness. Give her a chance at something special. It'd tear Forrester apart, look at it that way. So, I'm asking you to leave that family alone. Can you do that?
On the next Bold and the Beautiful.
I know that I overreacted seeing Gaby kiss you. We just haven't seen each other in a while. We need a chance to reconnect.
I hate what this is doing to me. Now Taylor and Stephanie are going to turn Nick against me.
Do you really think it's a good idea to marry Bridget when you clearly still have such strong feelings for her mother?
The Bold and the Beautiful, CBS Daytime.